Hi, Joseph.
Hey, Ellie. How you doing?
I am fine, thanks. And you? How's it going?
Doing great. Doing great. Yeah, thanks for having me on.
It's a pleasure for us. Well, Joseph, please let me introduce, myself, but to my students. So, this is all my group, my small group for school. I am, as you know, I am an English teacher, and well, they are studying for the next English exams from Cambridge. So they have, or they want to get the next level, this B1. So please, in this part, they will introduce themselves. So I would
Okay.
like you to listen, and then you can introduce yourself. Good.
Sounds good.
Thank you. Okay. Well, let's start.
Hi, good afternoon. I am Diego. I am 14 years old and I live in La Victoria. I study in the Peruano Español school.
Hello, Joseph. I'm Luciana Celada. I'm 15 years old. I study in Peruano Español School.
Good afternoon, Joseph. Nice to meet you. I'm Genesis, and I'm 15 years old, and I study in the Peruano Español School.
Hi Joseph, nice to meet you. My name is Andrea. I'm 50 years old. I'm studying in the Peruano Español School. I am fourth grade.
Good afternoon, Joseph. I'm Valeria Carreon. I am from Seoul. I live in Chiclayo, and I in the third grade of high school in Peruano Español.
Thanks, Valeria. And finally, Lupe.
Hi Joseph, nice to meet you. I'm Lupe Salazar. I'm 15 years old and I'm in fourth grade of high school.
I'm Joseph Caravalati. I'm 22. I live in Utah in the United States, kind of close to California, kind of, sort of. Yeah, I've lived in California before, and I live in Utah now. So it's a really pretty area. Nice to meet you guys.
Well, the first question is, would you like to visit Peru?
I would love to. I've heard some really cool things about the Andes, and one of my friends was able to visit Machu Picchu, actually two friends, and I think it would be cool. You guys got some really old history, and I love that. I love the history that you guys have.
The next question is, who would you describe your adolescence?
Interesting. Well, I grew up with four siblings, so I come from a family of five, and I'm fourth of five. So older sister, two older brothers, and a younger brother. So it was a loud house. It was always really loud. We were joking around and messing with each other. But yeah, it was a lot of fun growing up. I was homeschooled, like computer school for some time, but I was also in person, and I played a lot of music growing up. I played the clarinets and I played the piano. So that was what took a lot of my time when I was growing up.
Okay, thank you. The last question is, tell me something about your family, wherever. Something that you like.
My mom is half Mexican. So her dad was full Mexican. And you can tell, right? I'm super dark. No, I'm really, so it's all Spain. Like, all of the Mexican that I got is from Spain, not from Mexico. But I think that's something that's interesting. And my last name, Caravalati, it's Italian. You pronounce it Chiaravalotti. That's my last name. But I'm like this much Italian and like this much Mexican. So yeah. But that's a little bit about me.
Do you speak Spanish?
Poquito. A little bit. When I was in high school, I took a year of Spanish, and I've been told actually that when I speak Spanish, I don't really have an accent. So that's cool. I like that. But I've been told that by some Mexican friends of mine. So I might have a Mexican accent when speaking Spanish to you guys. But I don't have necessarily an American accent. Yeah.
And last question, which place of the world would you like to visit?
I like mountains. I really like mountains. So I would love one day to be able to go to like Austria or Switzerland. But I'm really different too. I would love to be able to go to like Kazakhstan or Uzbekistan, kind of like in Central Asia. I feel like that would be super cool. It's different. I don't really know anybody that's ever gone there, so I think it would be cool to go there too. But mountains, I like mountains.
I would like to ask you about your favorite place in your country.
See, there's so many different places. There's so many different for like the ocean. I love Oregon or Florida. Either one is beautiful oceans. For mountains, I do like Utah. I love Utah. Or for like outdoor stuff, nature, Utah is my favorite. For city, I like Boston or Massachusetts. So there's different reasons why I like different parts of the country. Yeah.
What are some important traditions in your culture?
Well, I know in America there's a few holidays that people like to spend a lot of time with their families with. I personally don't celebrate them, but Utah culture here, it's very strong about family. So they love spending time with their family, especially around like Thanksgiving and Christmas. Those are times where everybody, like even in other parts of America, like family will come from all over to be able to celebrate those holidays. So those are some pretty big ones. Yeah, I'd probably say that.
I would like to ask you about your favorite course in high school.
I loved math. Math was my favorite thing to be able to do. It just made sense for me. Like I could do it. I could learn. It was challenging. At times it was very hard, but I loved math. It was my favorite thing to do. That or music. In high school, I also took music. So either one, but math for sure.
I have to disagree in maths, but next question.
That's okay. That's okay.
What is your favorite movie or TV show?
Okay, so my favorite movie is one from the 1960s. So it's a really old movie, but it's called Dr. Zhivago. It takes place in Russia, and it just the storyline, the music, it's always been, one of my favorite movies, but that's how you spell it, Dr. Zhivago. And then my favorite TV show, it's probably one called Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It's pretty funny. I don't know if you guys have ever seen it, but it's fun. It keeps me entertained.
Brooklyn Nine-Nine is also my favorite TV show.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Who's your favorite character?
Jake. I love Jake.
Yeah, Jake. Oh man, I like. Oh man, I see his face. Not Sergeant Jeffords, the other guy, the Captain Holt. I like Captain Holt.
Oh yeah, it's really funny. I love it. I watch it with my sister. It's our favorite TV show.
Do you watch it in English or Spanish?
In English. I love to see TV shows in English.
That's awesome. Good for you. Yeah, no, super cool.
What is your favorite food in your city, or what you usually eat?
Ooh. So if I'm going out to eat, we have a lot of really good Indian food. It's interesting because, Utah is really white. Like, there are so many white people here, okay? But white people don't make the Indian food here. Like, you won't find a restaurant that are owned by white people making Indian food because we know we're terrible at it. So all of the Indian food that's here is really good. So you go to any Indian restaurant and it is going to be fantastic. So I love a good curry from an Indian place.
Thank you. Well, Joseph, and on the student was a really, really good part. I feel so happy. I didn't realize that it will come like this, that you can talk each other, you can explain, and you can also talk, answer and questions, and make a dialogue. That is awesome. That's really cool. So what do you think, Joseph, about this part?
I think your students are amazing. Yeah, they speak English really well.